Okay, there we go. Now I can see that. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Da 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 da. And then makes it easy. Hi, Dale. Okay, let's see. We're gonna do this. Wee. I'm just in my own little world. I'm all right. What is on my floor? No, my kids' things. Thank you for sharing. We're gonna be talking about like basically voters' rights and stuff like that today. Oh wow, you guys can hear the sound machine. I have the sound machine going, and so my kids aren't all up in here. Hi, Blue. All right. Do 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 do. All right, I'm getting started over on the Tiki Talks. I'm probably gonna mute over here so then I can play some music. Hi, Ginger Stacks. Hi, Sam. I am not stimming. I am not stimming. I don't know where that is. Hello? Oh, that's just not going to pop up. Alrighty, let's get me up to 4K today. That way I can go ahead and start the conversation. I'm going to rearrange this a little bit. I'm going to push this up. I'd rather that be there. Why would a man be there? There you have the phone number. I want this to be front, and then because I want to hide my forehead. Let me hide my forehead. And then I'm gonna go and get the phone number back. I know. Guess what you can do? You can get off the screen, or you can get the comments off the screen if you want to see it. Duh. If you would like, but I'm waiting until 4K taps to bring anyone up. Wee. Nope. Need that. Nope. Yep. I need that. Thanks for catching on. I love that. I'm multitasking. So I just took like a 15-minute nap because I ate too much dinner and so I got the itis. So I had to set like a timer to like take a quick nap, and then I was like, I'll put on my eyebrows and maybe some like mascara. Oh, I sleep all day? That's funny. How could I sleep all day if you're fucking calling me all day? That's crazy. That's what I thought. All right, I'm gonna play some music. Yeah, that's what I thought. Wee! I might be stimming. That's a strong might. I swore. Tap 4K, maybe I'll become a mod. I swear I keep making you a mod over here. Everybody got like 10 accounts. Y'all see my squishmallow? It's a squirrel. It's a squirrel. Why would a man be there? All right, I'm gonna mute over here. I don't know if, can someone go check the tubes, please? That'd be greatly appreciated. Meet me at our spot. I have the power, Sky Daddy Deacon.
Now, if you did your forging in, say, Mississippi, then you have a problem. If you're convicted of certain crimes, you lose the right to vote permanently. And forgery is one of those crimes. And there are only two ways to get it back. One is to get the governor to personally restore your individual ability to vote. The other is to convince a state representative to author a bill restoring your vote. And as you can imagine, both options are really difficult. I mean, we all have the governor's number. Let's just all call him up. Hey, governor, please restore my right to vote because I'm not in jail anymore. When a state takes away your ability to vote because you've been convicted of a crime, it's called felony disenfranchisement. The word felony is in there because it usually applies to the felony class of crimes, which are more serious crimes that put people in prison for at least a year. So we're talking violent crimes like rape and murder. But some states also include non-violent crimes like bribery or lying under oath or even drug trafficking. Alabama has a whole list of like 50 felonies that they say involve moral turpitude that disqualifies you from voting. That sounds really bad. Turpitude. I had to look that up. And yes, it's terrible. Most states automatically restore the right to vote after people finish serving their sentences. But in some states, for certain crimes, you can permanently lose your right to vote. Okay, so we've got all these states, and they have different rules around how people with felony convictions can or can't vote. Some make it easy, some make it difficult. But why is that? How do we get here? There's not one reason, but most historians and experts who study this stuff trace it back to the end of slavery and the rise of Jim Crow laws in the South.
So we have to literally go back to the end of the Civil War.
That's Keisha Middlemass, an associate professor of political science at Howard University.
During that time, these state legislators rewrote their constitutions. And in that writing is they listed crimes that could be used to deny people the right to vote. And forgery was believed to be a Black crime, that Black people lie. This was the argument. Black people lie. They will forge their name on documents.
My gift goals,
and
please.
Therefore, they're committing moral turpitude against society and can be restricted from voting.
Today, laws restricting the vote for people convicted of a felony don't explicitly target Black folks, but versions of these laws are still on the books, and they do appear to affect Black people the most. According to a 2017 study, 1 out of every 13 Black Americans of voting age can't vote because of a felony conviction. That's 4 times greater than all other Americans. Okay, so you're probably wondering why some states still have felony disenfranchisement laws. Well, the argument you'll probably hear boils down to something like, if you can't follow the laws in your own life, why should you be trusted to help make laws for everyone else? Which is what you do when you vote. Do you really want a convicted murderer, even though they've served their sentence, to be able to vote for judges? Do you want people convicted of bribery or embezzlement to have a say in how governments spend money? Remember, people convicted of felonies often lose other rights, like serving on a jury, owning a gun, getting welfare payments, and receiving financial aid for college. Why should voting be any different? And what about the victims of these crimes? In Florida, people convicted of felonies have to pay court fees and any money owed to their victims before they can get their right to vote back.
If you were robbed and someone's convicted of taking, $3,000 out of your house and they were ordered to pay you $3,000 of restitution and they didn't do it, did they complete the sentence? We hardly ever talk about victims anymore in this country. And there are people that are victimized, by violent crimes in particular, who I think that we need to be standing up for.
And most states aren't saying that everyone convicted of a crime should never vote again. They're saying people who committed really bad crimes, the worst of the worst, shouldn't get their voting rights back automatically just because they finished their sentences. That's why some states require people to go through a formal process to get their voting rights back. It allows the state to look at each person on a case-to-case basis to figure out if they've truly left their criminal ways behind them. And there is some data to back up this point of view. A recent study followed over 400,000 people released from prison and found that 2 out of every 3 were arrested again within 3 years. And that cycle of committing a crime, getting out, and doing it again is called recidivism. It's a big problem in the US criminal justice system. Okay, so what do the American people think about all of this? Well, when they were asked, do you support or oppose restoring voting rights to people convicted of a felony after they've completed their sentence? 63% said they supported it. All
right. So that's like the first part of it, for sure. And we can go back and finish finish that, but I completely agree. Because if you think about, thank you, Justin. I completely agree that about it going back to like Jim Crow era, because I mean, obviously the one time or when is slavery legal in the U.S. still? When they're incarcerated. And of course, you've had the incarceration of Black Americans being, increasing, especially to be able to, keep them from, or to put them back into a sense of slavery. So,
Yep.
did you bring a book report this time?
No, I didn't have
You're fine. No, I
like
was just wondering.
time.
Yes, absolutely. You said foundation, right? Okay, yeah, the foundation is rotten, and that is why historical context is so freaking important. When it comes to talking about these things, for like Black Americans that do not go out and vote, it's typically one of the things is like being told that the vote doesn't matter. However, if the vote didn't matter, then your ancestors wouldn't have had to fight so hard to get the right to be able to cast it, Do you want to add anything, K Dot?
No, you're absolutely right. I fucking hate when I'm talking. I hate the response. I understand the response. I understand the disenfranchisement. The system worked. When I hear young black men or young black people in general in my community trying to get them to understand how important it is to vote, and they say it doesn't matter anyway, they're just going to pick who they want, blah, blah, blah. And then we have today where they literally had an agenda and they completed it, and now your vote won't fucking matter. And they'll pick who they want because they use the Supreme Court to do it. And if it didn't matter before that, they wouldn't have had to do that. But now I'm going to have to sell them on a harder lesson to learn. And it's going to be fucking impossible. And it breaks my goddamn heart.
I think the wildest thing about it is the fact that like that's not even what it's not even what happened initially. Like that's not what they were going for. Like they were going for redistricting, and then they were like, you know what? You need to add like I'm baffled by like I was very confused because I was like, that's not even what they were trying to. They were trying like the conservatives were trying to get a seat or extra seats, which
Yeah, and they realized what they actually could do, and they did it.
exactly. Like failing upwards is fucking crazy and diabolical.
That's white privilege for you.
Mm-hmm.
I think here you go with your fake ass profile. Anyway, let them crash in the comments. Don't worry about muting. If y'all want to go back and forth, you're more than welcome, but comments are engagement. Hi, Todd. So, and this also goes back to us talking about like the rights that are going to be stripped away or have the potential of being stripped away. And people were like, oh, you're fear mongering, da 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 da. Obviously, we're not.
Nope.
But then when stuff like this happens, like, oh, you guys could have never known. We literally were talking about it.
How could this happen?
All right, you know what? I'm going to break this rule of mine just for you. Oh, no? So you're just yapping in the chat for no reason? Okay. So, and this is another thing that I like to, that's why I say don't meet the fucking racist, because like, this is all you get. Like, but racism doesn't exist anymore. And this is the same person who said that racism ended after the Civil War.
What are you talking about?
Dude in the comments.
What's his name?
I guess somebody just got rid of him. Jay Patel.
Did she tell you how not to do
He's
that?
still there. No, he's still there. Never mind.
What's his name?
Jay Patel.
I've talked to him before, I don't think.
So
I don't want to stay in this damn plantation. Like, who's keeping you?
he's not even using his own photo, which is even more
never do.
hilarious.
The people who like to come up here and proudly explain that they're racist or they have freedom of speech and they can say what they want to say, never seem to be able to turn their camera on and show their face and proudly explain the things they believe. Why? Because you'll lose that minimum wage ass job you got, fuck nigga. You're scared.
But if racism didn't exist, people wouldn't get so offended when you bring up racism and or white supremacy. People who can actually sit and discuss the harm that white supremacy does, even for like even to the white man, like the poor white man. It's legitimately using white supremacy so then the poor white men don't stand up against the rich white men who are playing the game against them. It's the same thing with the patriarchy. Men do not benefit from the patriarchy. They just become dangerous and neglected.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a big reason why it is important that we no longer give space to the people for them to just, I mean, I'm glad that you can see it. I'm glad I know who the fuck is about it and who's not, right? So I'm glad I know that that's how he is.
Yep, I'll waste that time.
And that's honestly how I feel. Like, I hate our current state. I really do. I got up here 41 minutes ago. Boss lady. But I got attacked by a spider, so we just started getting started with the conversation about 20 minutes ago. And if you want me to restart, I can at 45. But yeah. Oh, now you want to come up? Nope, you can call the number. I gave you the chance. You can call the number. Thank you. So it's very evident in the comments. I don't care about your cars and houses. I have a car. I have a house. K-Dot, do
Who
you
asked
have a
for
car?
it?
Do you have a house?
I do.
Blue, do you have a car? Do you have a house?
I do indeed.
Oh my goodness.
Who are you trying to impress?
His butt buddy.
Right? I don't know who because nobody else in here for him.
Yeah, all right. How are you?
No.
I think he's looking for friends.
Yeah, probably. He pays for it, duh. And he's definitely the bottom.
Hey,
But I do definitely mean the butt buddy, because
love a good bottom. You're out here doing the Lord's work.
he's just trying to impress Blue and K-Dot, that's all.
Yeah, it's all for the men up here. It's not even for
It makes it less creepy when you think of it that way.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I love when a bottom begs for my attention.
The levels like a Victor with a $1.7 million house. That's hilarious. Chomping? Chimping, yeah. No, he said chomping, and then he said like he can't make up
One
his.
doesn't know how to use free spell check.
Free
Yeah.
spell check is crazy.
The number of people who turn off spell check on their phone confuse me.
So
I just got home.
I love that for you. I was about to ask you how that went.
Oh, it went well. Her friend was annoyed to have even had her like even be celebrated in any way. Don't know why, but she got 15-year-old sass out with the coaches. So
I hate being celebrated. I like to celebrate other people though.
oh no, it was. I feel that one, but yeah, I think she enjoyed it. Her friend was just not having it, so
So,
15-year-olds
Ari,
are all-
what's your take on yesterday's decision?
decision about what you texted me?
No, yesterday's decision with the Supreme Court.
Oh my God. Okay, this is which one?
Oh God.
There were
Voting
two.
rights.
Okay, because I was gonna say was that one and they said by free speech on the abortion clinic one. So I was like, there was two. It is overall trash. And in most states, we're not going to see any change immediately. We're going to see the most change come 2032 when, after the 2020 census, they're all required to redo their maps anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And cannot.
Go ahead.
Clarence Thomas's ass. Just saying.
Mind you, he's all for reviewing Virginia v. or Love v. Virginia.
He's not. That's actually the one case that was left out in his
For
whole
once.
opinion. Yeah, it was the one case that's been left out consistently in all of his opinions about what older cases he wanted to review, and of course that's because he is in an interracial relationship.
And it's one of those things that it's just like, that's what I would call the plantation. That's exactly what I would call the plantation.
I can't say
and
it.
like, I understand that. But this is where people, like, for instance, then people saying that, like, or black people who are on the left see the Democrat Party as the plantation. Like, no. That's no. It's the people that are legitimately working against the people who look like them.
Yeah.
And I think one thing that every time something of race comes up when it comes to like a comment DJT makes or a decision like this, I think the most anger I feel is because I always see the YT people in the comments being like, "Oh my gosh, how could they do this?" And
Here's
then
why. Well, it's not how can they do this. It's while I'm not saying it's a good thing or that I agree with the way that it went down, I understand how they came to this decision. And it's just like what Monica says all the time with like Gorsuch and, or no, not Gorsuch, Kavanaugh and Barrett. They're both contextual. Oh, they're historical contextualists when it comes to the Constitution. And while the Constitution is a living, breathing document, there was only ever one part that mentioned race. Every other part of it originally was technically blind in equal opportunity. Technically. Did it pan out that way in reality? Absolutely not. So that's how they can come to those decisions.
So it's just a matter of like, we're just having conversations and y'all sitting there freaking out in the comments. That's the funniest thing. Yeah, I mean, I sit there and I think about, yeah, but I just become very like infuriated because it's just like the people that, like, especially like seeing people in like Steve's comments and stuff like that and being like, oh my goodness. And I'm like, we knew this was coming. We've been trying to say this was coming.
I love you. I'm in a hurry.
What?
Someone else is about to hop on live.
Oh.
So he's just saying, love you in a hurry to go run upstairs.
Oh. Love you too.
Okay, such a little sissy. I don't think he even looked at my phone to see that I was. He had music literally in his ears. He didn't even look at my phone or my device to be like, oh, this is a thing that's happening. I hate TikTok studios every time. Like, nope, I didn't want that. It signed me out of my backup account, so now I got to sign back in. I've decided I'm gonna mess with trying to set up a different mixer, and I'm really debating on uninstalling what is currently on here.
If you need help, I got you. Hey Jay, can you go ahead and define fear-mongering if we're talking about exactly what's going on?
It's not what's going on though. You don't know because that's a slippery slope fallacy. Somebody just murdered me slowly.
I don't know. Are you actually gonna go on tonight or?
No, I'm just gonna run my backup.
Okay.
I also need to get time on it anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll probably, if he goes live tomorrow, I'll probably just hop on just for a bit and maybe do a friendly live tomorrow just because I haven't done one in too long. And
I've never seen you do a friendly live.
October might have been the last one.
I've never seen
No, I did one for Christmas.
But
yeah.
Alrighty.
You don't have to hop off or anything.
I mean, I am riding steady at like 15. Like I'm not getting past 20.
Yeah. And running later into the evening isn't going to help much because a lot of people get on in the evenings. Unfortunately, let me see. I didn't mean to click this one. Sorry, you guys can hear my mouse and my keyboard.
You're fine.
There we go. Watch. I can even watch you on YouTube and add it in here. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, you'll get to see me get like totally attacked by a spider.
I just mean have it open. Also, You didn't make Moni a mod on the tubes?
Oh, not or okay. I made her. I put her in the whatchamacallit, but I did not make her a mod yet, and I can do that now.
Are we alive from our what? I have a panic room.
I think you sound tunneled.
I sound tunneled. You know, I think it might be because Soap did get into this speaker yesterday.
You literally just got that.
I know. I didn't say I was smart. How do you clean it?
Rice. I don't know.
That was yesterday. Blue. How do I clean my?
This better not be my mother.
Is it your mom?
I don't know.
Hola,
Hello.
madre.
Thank you for calling the stream. How old are you? And did you vote?
Hey, this is Jay.
Oh, what's up?
Oh.
You asked me to call in,
Sound is
didn't you?
unhinged.
What would you like to say?
Type.
Oh my god. I was just laughing at you guys freaking out, man. Why the fear mongering? Why are you guys sitting there scaring people, making people anxious?
I'm playing a video
Everything's
game.
fine and dandy,
Jay.
guys. Just enjoy your life.
Jay, can you explain?
Thursday night, do some
Jay,
karaoke, get a
Jay,
drink, chill out.
You're the one. You're the one that's not chill. Jay, can you tell me? Can you tell me what I said that was fear mongering?
You were like, oh, they're planning this, they're planning that. It's coming.
What did I say?
You see,
No,
the
no, no,
Supreme
no.
Court Supreme Court's doing its job. These are
Jay.
legal minds that have been, went to the best schools, Ivy League schools. They have the best understanding of the law. They understand the history that is precedent. They understand our Constitution, scholars basically, like Clarence Thomas. You sit there and you act like, oh, we lost the election, so this is 1939 Germany.
Jay, nobody
Come
said
on,
that
man.
up here.
What's wrong with you guys, man?
Jay, nobody said that up
Seriously.
here.
It's just funny.
No, you're
Take a joke.
Jay, nobody said that up here.
I'm just
Hey,
saying.
Jay.
I mean,
Jay.
fun times.
Hey, Jay, quick question for you. You know who Stephen
up?
Miller is, right?
Yeah, he's just another operative. He worked for Jeff Sessions like 10 years ago. Okay, he's not some crazy person.
Have you
So
looked
what's
into
wrong with
Stephen
him? I mean,
Miller?
you don't like his policies, so what? I mean, that's what elections are for, right?
No. So you like Stephen Miller, right? So
Yeah, think he's
I just
great.
want to let you guys know, like Mia K. Blue.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys have heard about this yet, but Stephen Miller is actually so racist. He went bald because his hair was black.
I saw that and I was like, I love that.
Okay, so what's the big deal about it, man? Take a chill pill. I mean, what's the big deal? I'm
That's
Indian.
actually
You know
a
how many
joke.
jokes people make about me? I'm fine with.
That's actually a joke,
People
Jay.
call me Pajit. They call
What?
me all kinds of things, man. I take it up my sleeve. It's nothing wrong with it.
Take it up
right?
your
Obviously
sleeve.
not. That
I
doesn't
think
even
you
make
take it
sense.
up somewhere else, but we won't talk about that.
Okay, if you want to see how I'm able to laugh at myself, and you sit there all serious like,
But
oh,
nobody's
systemic racism.
nobody up here is
systemic
insulting you
racism.
though. You're the one who's bringing that up, so apparently it does bother you because nobody up here insulted you.
No, I'm saying I've listened to your live stream. It's all like made up shit, like in your head. Like you probably need to see a
Okay, what does it
therapist
have
or
to do with
something.
people insulting you?
No, I'm saying you should be able to take a joke. It's not an insult. It's a joke.
What's a joke?
You satire?
What do you
What's a
mean?
joke?
Satire.
What are you talking about? What's a joke? What joke was told?
If I say stop chimping, it's not a oh my how dare you say
Do you
chimping?
know
No,
the
it's
racist
just
context?
it means just
Do
stop
you know
clowning
the
around. That's all it
racist?
means.
No. Do you know the racist historical context of that?
There
It's
is
a
nothing.
racist
It's like
trope.
don't act crazy. That's all it means. Like
No,
don't like
it
you know
is
my
a
No, it
kid
doesn't.
sometimes
racist
gets on
trope.
the ottoman and stuff and he
Hi,
tries to jump off the ottoman
hi,
and I tell him the same thing.
Jay.
Like I don't
Jay, it is a
what
racist trope.
only if you think of it that way. You understand? You can't you got to get your mind out of the gutter is what I tell people. You know.
That's not
It's
what
just,
that
That's
phrase
not
means.
what, yeah, that's not what
like
mind
like
out of the gutter
I've called my
means.
white friends, "Hey cracker, what's up?" Does that make me a racist now?
No,
What's the racial context for that?
Cracker, white cracker, cracker. You know,
What's
crackers
the
white, so they say, "Hey,
what's
you're a
the
cracker."
no, nope. You don't know the history behind that.
Okay, what? What?
There's
Okay,
it's not
white people
it's
get called trailer trash all the time. They're cool with it. They don't sit there and be like, "Oh,
there's a
what's
you
the
see the
okay,
but
what's
racial
there's
context of that,
hey, Jay,
dude."
Jay, there
Yeah.
is a power dynamic in which that would not be offense that or that would not be racist because within a system of white supremacy. So you need to
Okay, I'll give you
understand
an
the
example. When I went to high
system.
school, I had a white kid who we had a Jewish friend, and he would call him kike all the time, and
Yeah, we're not
we didn't
gonna.
find that
Okay, it doesn't
offensive.
mean no, 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 no.
He
I'm
laughed it
look.
off.
Hey, Jay, if we're gonna
Yeah.
continue this conversation, we're not gonna sit here and slur and do this,
Okay,
right?
okay, I'm sorry.
So
I won't offend you.
no, 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 no. I am saying I am setting a boundary. If we're gonna sit here and have this conversation, I'm not gonna sit there and like just be okay with you slurring.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry to
So
offend you.
that didn't.
Or your live stream. Sorry to offend your live stream. Okay, I apologize. Go ahead.
Jay, there are there's a thing called historical context, okay? And there's also a system, there is a system where racial injustices has a history and it still lingers on to this day. Yes, there have been rights that have been given to people of color. However, that doesn't change the way that Black people are treated daily. That doesn't eliminate how Black people are actually still discriminated against, or just people of color in general. And just denying it only enables the hatred to continue. So you denying racist tropes, if you are denying it and you just genuinely do not understand the historical context of it, that is only enabling the system to continue to work in the way that they want it to, while they strip rights from people of color.
Okay, can I respond to you?
You're more than welcome to respond to me. I'm just
Okay, I came to this country in 1999, right? And I work in tech. My brother works in finance. We make fuck ton of money, and I've never had any bad. Like, how many years is it now? 27 years, right? I've never felt oppressed. My wife's Caucasian, so it's not like I'm being oppressed by my wife, right? And
oh, we
I don't
understand it.
feel any. I don't understand. Maybe you're like living in a different time because I don't find that happening today.
You're from India. I'm sorry, Mia. Do you mind?
Yeah,
go
I'm
ahead, go
sorry.
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm from India.
You're from India, and you said you came over here in what year?
1999. My dad worked for IBM. He worked on the
What?
Y2K project. You know the Y2K, like the
Yeah.
2000.
What was a large portion of MAGA's response when Donald Trump said he wanted to expand the HB1 visas to your people?
I want it to be done, dude. Are you insane? I've been campaigning against H-1B visas. It's a fucking scam.
It's
What
a
are you talking
scam.
about?
It's a scam
I
to have
work in
highly
tech.
educated.
You think I
So it's
like
a scam.
H-1B visas? Are you insane?
So it's a scam for people to be able to apply for visas when they have high
They're
education and
not
can.
okay. H-1B workers are not better than American workers. They're actually lower standard. They have bad communication skills,
I'm not sure who
and
makes
they
these
they
things.
lack analytical skills. They're here because they're
They
cheap.
have degrees though, right? They
It was
have the degrees to
cheaper.
do the job. So, sorry. They have the degrees to do the tech jobs, right?
I can get you a degree from
No, you're not.
Nigerian
You're avoiding.
college
You're
tomorrow,
avoiding my question.
or from
You're
a
avoiding my
fucking Indian
question.
college tomorrow, for that matter of fact, for
You're
cash.
avoiding my question, bro. You came. Your dad came here from India working on that.
Yeah,
So he's one of those people, right?
yeah. He came here. He
You-
was not amazing. He was just average,
What?
maybe below average.
What? And your dad came
And
over on a what? A H-1B visa? Did your dad come over on that?
yeah, he came on a H-1B, but we also had a green
Oh,
card
wow.
filed by
So
IBM in
you're a
'98.
ladder puller. You'd be a ladder puller.
No, I'll
You
I'll
just
be
shit on
what's
your
called.
own
Okay,
people.
can
You
I say
just shit.
something, sir?
You just nah,
Can I say
man. You just shit
something?
on your own people. You're a bad person, and I don't want to talk to you. I don't
No.
want to engage with you. You're not
So
genuine. You don't have a real thought in your brain. You
can
follow
I
Fox
respond to
talking
your
points.
argument?
No. I don't want you to respond to me. I don't have nothing else to
You
say to
want my
you.
response?
You're
Okay.
you're a trash
Okay,
person, bro.
fine.
You just shit on your own people and just said,
So
oh, and
so
then try
so
to
so
be,
so
and then we're anti-black
so a
about
black
going to get a
person
Nigerian,
testifying
about
against
going
a
to get a
Crip or a
Nigerian
Blood,
degree. I don't know
a
why you brought
black person
Nigerians into
testifying
this.
against the
I
Crips
don't know
is a
why.
ladder
I don't know
puller.
why you did that. I don't know why you did that. I don't know why you brought
I think
Nigerian
all
into
black
this
people are
because you just had
gangs.
to
No,
be
I'm saying
anti-black
if a
because
black
them
person
white folks
testifies
told you
against
how
the
to.
Bloods or the
Them white
Crips,
folks
does
taught
that
you
make
how to
him a
jump through a
bad
hoop.
person?
The white folks taught you how to jump through them hoops. That's all it is. You're a puppet. You're a sellout. You should be ashamed of
Can a
yourself, but you're
black
not. You're proud of
person
it.
testify
You're
in
proud
court
of it.
against the Crips
You're
and the
proud
Blood?
of it. I know
Tell me the
you. What is that? A
answer.
picture of who's the boy at the FBI? What's the bug-eyed fucker at the FBI?
Cash
Cash
Patel.
What?
Patel?
Yeah, you got a big poster of him up on your wall, huh?
No.
Because you want to. You
I don't even
that's what I
like it
think
that
that's what
much.
you're aiming for. That's what you're aiming for. That's what you want to be. You want to be a lapdog. You have
Okay, can
not
I
one.
answer you for
You
a
didn't give me
second,
one
sir?
critical thought. No, you tried and you failed. You're a miserable. You're a
I'm not.
miserable
You never
thought.
give me
I'm
a
good.
chance.
I don't want to talk to you. Have a good day.
All right. If a black person testifies against the Crips or Blood, does
You're
that make them
clearly
That
non-black
miserable.
that
or a
is
racist or a
You're
ladder
clearly
puller or a
miserable.
race traitor or anything like that? It's not the
Jay.
color of
Are
your
you?
skin; it's the content of your
Jay.
character. That's what MLK said.
Jay.
Remember MLK's speech, Martin Luther
Jay.
King. You guys
Jay.
know Martin Luther King? He spoke back in the '60s, and he
Remember
said that
Martin
it's
Luther
not the color of your
King?
skin.
Remember John
Content of your
Brown?
character, buddy. Content of your character. If you're a good character person, I don't care if you're white, black,
Hey
Hispanic,
Jay.
green, yellow, whatever. If you
Jay.
have good character, you follow the law, you come here
Jay.
legally, you don't commit a crime,
Jay.
then fine. That's
Jay.
what. It's not that hard. First of all, America is like easiest place to
Jay.
immigrate to. You can come here without knowing English, without freaking doing things
Jay.
perfectly. It's not Switzerland. It's still America,
Jay,
but at
you need
least
to
have
calm
some standard.
down.
DJT, Trump's trying to make it better. So the
Jay, you
quality
really
of
need to
people coming
calm
in are
down.
better. You know.
You should really calm down. Hi,
Calm
Erica.
down. I just don't get it. Like I'm being accused of something
Hey,
because I
Erica.
don't
What were
support
you
the
accused
worst in my
of?
community. I don't support the worst in my community. Is that
Jay,
why I
what were
should
you
come
accused
down?
of?
Okay, whatever. I'm chill, man. I just don't
Whatever.
understand that
She's asking
guy.
a question.
He's like ladder puller. What? Like I don't have the same ladder, bro, as a criminal. You understand? You don't understand
Jay.
that.
Who was talking about criminals?
Not all immigrants are illegal aliens. Okay, some are.
Nobody made that claim.
Not all.
Nobody
You
Jay.
made
just
that
said I don't
claim.
support illegal
You're
aliens and
arguing
criminals
against.
because
Jay.
I'm the ladder
Nobody
puller.
said that. What
The
are you
ladder's got to be
talking?
kept open for all the criminals to come here
Jay.
illegally.
Jay, we've been in here talking about like voter rights, and I don't know who you're arguing with, but it's not us. Because everything that you're saying has not even been like. You are a
Sure.
ladder
Okay.
puller because if you're saying that your father came over here on a particular visa, and then you're saying that same visa is like useless, you got an
It's a scam. I'm
opportunity.
not saying it's useless. I'm saying it's like, let's say you're in Scientology, you're in a cult, right?
So
And
your
you see
father
the
came
cult.
in on a scam. So your father scammed the country.
Yeah,
Is what you're
that's what I'm
saying.
trying to explain to you.
So your
IBM
father's a
sponsored my
scammer.
dad's visa.
Okay,
Listen to
why
me.
don't you? Why didn't you
IBM, who
report your?
sponsored my dad's visa,
Why didn't you report your
also
father if
brought
he's a
in 5
scammer?
other workers from India. All of them were cheaper than the American workers. That's what happened, dude.
So
And I don't
who?
want that to happen
Okay.
to myself or my kids.
Okay. So
So
who?
I hate the H-1B visa.
Hi,
In fact, I
Jay.
called my senator and told him that if he
Jay.
doesn't support the H-1B, if he
Jay,
doesn't
come on.
file
Do,
a
do, do, do,
petition to
do, do.
revoke the, I want
Do, do,
them to
do, 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 do,
support the
do.
new bill that's on the
Jay.
floor to
Damn, I don't have
fucking
my
get rid of the
keys.
H-1B visa. We don't want H-1B
Jay.
visa.
Hey, lock in. Come on, Jay. Okay. So,
The Trump green
J-
card is an amazing idea. The $5 million or whatever, the $1 million, maybe make it $1 million,
Have
right?
you, Jay, have you
Get
taken a
that one
breath?
going.
Hey,
You
Jay.
want the best to come to this country, right, guys? You want the best.
Jay.
Jay, look out. There's someone behind you.
Okay.
Okay, that calmed him
Are
down.
you
Let
on
me
mushrooms,
breathe.
Ari?
Yeah,
Is that
he at
Ari
least
on
took a
mushrooms?
breath.
He at
Go
least
easy
took a
on the
breath. I got him to breathe.
shrooms.
Hey, Jay, I want you to practice something with me real quick, okay? Can we run through some breathing exercises? You seem very hyper right now.
Stay on the
Okay?
plantation. Stay on the plantation. Is that
Jay.
the mantra
No,
that I
no,
need to say?
no. We're not
Stay on
doing
the
any of that.
plantation.
No. Just follow along with me, okay? So on the count
Okay.
of three, we're
Yes.
both gonna take a
Yes.
deep breath, and you're gonna inhale. No, not yet. Stop. You're jumping the gun.
Yeah, you
You're
gotta
going
smell
to
the
in.
roses.
You're gonna inhale through your nose, let out the deep breath through your mouth. Okay. So on the count of three, and we're gonna do 5 of these. So 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Breathe out. Awesome. You're doing it too quickly. You have to hold it, let it out, right? So you're gonna hold it for 3 seconds, okay? So are you ready for the second breath? Okay.
Yeah.
Breathe in. Breathe out. Awesome. Now let's do the third deep breath. Breathe in.
I'm
Breathe
a
out.
Democrat now. I'm a Democrat. God, sorry, guys. I was wrong. Can we get more asylum? Can we give more asylum? Can we start the asylum again, please, guys?
Well, I
I'm a
was
Democrat
actually
now.
just worried.
The Brett's changed
I was
me.
actually
That's a life changer. That's a life changer,
I
man. Damn.
I was actually
I didn't
just
know you could
worried
do
that
that.
you weren't getting enough oxygen to your brain for how long you were talking without breathing. So I wanted to make sure we flooded your brain with oxygen. So just to make sure you're still feeling okay, let's do 2 more deep breaths, okay? Breathe in. No, you let it out too quickly. You got to hold it for 3. Okay? So breathe in. Breathe out.
Oh my God, I gotta go to. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys trying. I understand. I feel sorry for people who lost the election. Right? It's so divisive now that I feel sorry for the other side. Any side that loses, either it's the right wing, left wing, centrist, whoever. Everybody's just so mad, man. I'm just saying, have a nice day. Be happy. Be jolly. Take a joke. Right?
You're the one
Love
who's
your
been
neighbor.
upset this whole
Unite
time.
behind our POTUS. Right? Let the government do their job. Give them some time to do their job, and then come back. Like if somebody reports to you at work, you don't want to do their performance review before they do their job, right? You wait for them to do their job, and then
Jay.
you do the
No,
performance review.
Jay.
no.
That's just how it works.
Jay, what's the context of my live?
Is that about race? The main race,
Jay,
and let me see,
Jay, you say, Jay,
systemic
hi,
racism.
come on, lock in. No, that's not what it's about. So you were in here and you didn't even read the prompt, did you?
Do you support Trump? Is that the prompt? I'm trying to. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Trump is nowhere on the screen.
It's legitimately not even anything about Trump. And I think DJT was mentioned once, and that was before you even came in here. And that wasn't even in the context.
God.
That wasn't even talking about him.
I think just we need some good old traditionalism, right? People should just
Jay,
be traditional again.
before you go anymore, Jay, I think you need to start reading things, okay?
Like Maya Angelou.
like the context of alive.
Ah, God. I read this guy called Robert Greene. That's an amazing book.
All right, Jay. Well, I would love to get back to the conversation about voters' rights, as well as just, I want to talk to non-voters, to just get them to, think about probably voting in upcoming elections. And the thing is, I'm not even encouraging them to vote for a particular side. I'm just encouraging them to get out there and, get get their voice back. So
Do you support the SAVE Act?
no, I did not, Jay.
Okay. I support the SAVE Act. I hope they pass it.
It won't pass.
We'll see. But it's not a
Where
bad
we
thing. A lot
vote
of nations on
in the
earth have
Senate.
that as a requirement. Show ID while you vote.
Cool. Make it for free. Make it free. Make it free.
Okay, make it free.
Make all
I'm
the
okay with
documents
that.
required.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. Well,
That's
then
not
call
what's
your
being.
senators.
Yeah, that's not what's being.
Yeah,
proposed.
that's not what's in there. So call your senators, call your representatives in Congress, tell them to add two things. Make a voter ID completely free, required across all 50 states and territories. Second
Fair
one
enough.
is make all of the documents required to prove your citizenship also free.
Fair enough. Actually,
Okay,
the
I hope
Apple
to see
Wallet has a
some policy
feature where you can
from
add
you.
your passport and your driver's license. At least in my state it does. So if you
have to
if you
get
can add your
those
passport and your driver's
documents
license
first,
on
though.
your Apple Wallet, ICE can even scan your passport through the Apple Wallet.
I'm
I don't
not
know if you guys
letting
know that.
ICE.
Hey, Jay, I have a
You also
question.
get a passport card that you can put in your Apple Wallet.
Jay, I have a genuine question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so you know how in December they're basically going to auto enroll men into
Yeah.
yeah, so they're going to auto enroll, and so basically that would mean that they have the information of those men that are over 18, and they would know their citizenship status and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if they know that and it's going to be an auto in like an automatic thing, right? Wouldn't it just make sense that they would know if a citizen is or is not voting?
Mm, I mean, it's only
Jay,
18 to 26, I
Jay.
believe, right?
Okay,
If I'm right.
Jay. If
Yeah.
if they have that basic, it doesn't matter the age range. If they are automatically enrolling people, they would automatically have that information to be able to enroll people if they were to draft people, right? So that
Right.
means they would know if someone is a citizen. They would already have that information,
Right.
right?
I think if we have to
I,
create a draft,
right? They would
I would
already know,
first take all the
correct?
people in detention centers and make them
No, no,
go
no, no,
fight.
no, no, no. No.
But
That's not the question. It has nothing to do with what Mio
Okay.
said.
So do you want to go ahead and ask the question or answer the question that I just posed to you? They would
Okay,
already know, correct?
the draft is concerning. The I read about that. That is concerning. That's one of the things I don't like about what
Okay,
Trump's doing.
yes, it is very concerning. However, if they already have the information, that means they
Right.
would have the information for basically anybody. How else do you think we get the statistics on who did not vote?
I mean, they would also know
Uh,
who not to draft.
yeah, I'm not getting drafted. I don't give a
Okay,
fuck.
we don't.
Okay.
We're not saying that you.
That's
Okay,
not the point.
so I need you to come back here. All right, lock in. Ready? So, if we have statistics on people who do not vote that are eligible to vote, then we know who is eligible to vote. So, if someone who is not eligible to vote, then they cannot vote. They would be able to tell that at the polls when they scan their little their voter registration card.
Yeah, the problem is this, right? The problem is a lot of states issue ID to people who are not undocumented,
Okay,
and
so
these
What
people
is
go
that?
get registered.
Jay, why do undocumented, or which still makes no sense because technically they still know that they're there. Why do undocumented immigrants get driver's license?
To drive?
It's for the protection of the people who hold insurance. Because some states, if you get into an accident with someone who is unlicensed, even though it's not your fault, you still catch the penalty. So
Right.
that is why they are issued driver's license as long as they pass the test. Okay? So
Okay.
then, but those driver's license also have that they're not to be used for voting.
Okay, fine. I mean, if you say so, but okay, I don't
It's
care
not if
much
I
about
say
the
so.
Save Act.
It's a genuine thing. I'm just letting you know that like it would act the Save America Act would actually disenfranchise people that have changed their names that have been adopted, especially like DV or people that are under protective care that have had to change their names, and because that means that they would have to out themselves in order to justify the name change. And then some like adoptees, some of them have multiple birth certificates. And then you have married women or divorced women that had to leave without their stuff because they were in an abusive relationship where that person held onto their personal documents to try to prevent them from leaving. But you have married women that are in fine relationships and they don't have access to get the documents to be able to show the justification for their name change.
Okay, I don't agree about the married woman part because you can go to a office of statistics in your local state and get a copy of your birth
Do you have to
certificate.
pay for
And
that, Jay?
yeah, it's $20 or $10.
So that would be considered a poll tax.
That's not true. But it's not only that. So, for example, Jay, I have a born abroad certificate because I was born on a military installation overseas. And in order for me to get my birth certificate, it's not as simple as that. I have to request what is called a consular birth certificate. That costs
Okay,
$75.
don't you have a passport, Ari? You have a passport, right?
And how much does a passport cost?
Maybe a couple $100, maybe $150. But you have a passport though, right?
Yeah, no.
So what's the big? How did you get the passport? You must have submitted your birth. Scan
I
it.
just said
She doesn't have
no.
a passport.
Okay, I mean, this is like a chicken and egg thing, right? So, okay, fine. Okay, I give you guys the
I
fact
don't
that
think
okay,
this is
I'm
a
also
chicken
concerned
and
about the
egg
draft.
thing,
I'm not saying
Jay.
I like the draft option because some of the things I don't like about Trump's policy is the fact that um, he's
What?
going more crazy on the foreign policy front, right? But I do think on the domestic policy, at least till the 90s, this used to be bipartisan, where people used to say, the word illegal alien without being like censored. Like if you look at speeches by Bill Clinton or even like Dems who are in the Senate today, right back in the 90s when they're congressmen, like Chuck Schumer or any of those guys, you all use the word. And if you go listen to their speeches, they spoke the same way that Republicans do today.
Jay, do you know what else they used to do in the 90s
What?
for the perpetrators of SA? You know what I'm talking about when I say SA?
Yeah, I know what it
Okay.
is.
So perpetrators, they used to call them the doer, or they would be like, "Oh, who did her?" Right? They like that's what they used to
Yeah,
do.
I
However,
get your context. You're saying
okay,
that they made it into a sexual act when it's actually a violent act, is what
yes.
you're saying,
So
basically.
the
Okay, fine. I mean,
so it's about
those
humanize.
are
Okay,
those are all
hi,
nuances, right? They still charge the people.
Jay. I let you talk. I let you go on. So here's the thing: when it's the same thing about the derogatory things that they used to call black people, the things that they used to call any people of color, really. Words change when people realize, hey, this is fucking wrong. Also, it's about humanizing people so you're not so far detached from the situation. So then you realize these are people's lives that you are dealing with. The dehumanizing language helps create this bubble where it's like, oh, it's just a category, it's just a box to check, but it's actually people and their lives being affected. And even though like you came in here like hot, right? I didn't crash out. I'm having a conversation with you now, but I'm not going to sit there and dehumanize you. I'm talking to you as a human.
Okay, I'm not trying to dehumanize people either, but
That's
honestly,
exactly
if you
what you were
do,
doing when you were in the comments talking about chimping out. And that's what I'm
okay, that's
like,
just a joke.
that is
Okay, it's a
not a
joke.
joke because there is literal historic racist context to it. It is a racist trope.
Okay. I mean,
Same thing
I
with,
had a couple of friends who would say that. That's all. I'm just saying.
okay,
I
so
mean,
now you know, and I encourage you to go look further into it. As for cracker, do you know that it has nothing to do with the food?
okay, trailer trash. What is
No,
that?
no,
Got
no,
nothing to do
no.
with
Wait,
trailer?
I need you to answer
Yeah.
that. Do you understand that cracker has nothing to do with the food?
Okay, so what's the connotation? Let me look it up.
Okay, yes, please look it up. Y'all, thank you so much. I need you to continue to tap and share and do all the wonderful things. I'm keeping it at one, like the one coin goal, so then it's easier to get pushed out. Please continue to engage, whether it's sending your favorite sticker, your favorite emoji. Matt's in there twice. He's about to be there in a third time because I got another good picture of him. I, oh yeah, I have stickers. I have Matt stickers. I'll get
Larry,
Ari
look at it.
stickers.
All
I
right, I see it. I see what you mean. It's people who are like keeping the slaves in line or whatever
yes.
back in the days. I would say
So
settlers.
it's derogatory. However, not towards white people. That was like a good job type of thing.
Can I ask you a question, ma'am? Can I ask you a question?
You can ask me a question.
Have you ever been to Appalachia?
I live
What?
close to it. What's the
Well,
relevance?
I mean, it's not in the South. I'm saying Appalachia, like West Virginia or even like Alabama, Mississippi. Yeah, you could probably call that as the same.
There's a reason she
Uh,
said she was close to it. Move
yeah,
on.
okay, fine. So my question is that you think these people have privilege? They have no access to dental
Which
care,
people?
to proper
What?
decent wages. You have an H-1B guy coming in and working at Google as a fucking software engineer or like a solutions architect making like 300,000 a year. While you have these people in Appalachia and other parts of the US like literally with no teeth, they don't have dental care, they don't have medical care, they have no proper access to any kind of upward mobility in
So you
life, right?
care. So
They're
you
stuck
care.
in a
So
and
what you're
you keep
saying is you
saying it's
care.
white privilege. Like the white is like a large term that you're just like throwing out there.
Okay, so understanding white privilege means that okay, so for instance, their hardships don't have anything to do with their color, with the color of their skin. Okay? However, their hardships have a lot to do with the policies that are voted in place. And if you care about the lack of medical care for people in Appalachia, guess what? You voted against that. You voted against medical care in rural communities. Right now, we are seeing food deserts and medical deserts. because of the policies that have been put in place of the administration that you support. You just don't support their foreign policy. So if you are worried about someone having access to medical care and facilities, you voted against that.
No, I think there's lots of these people who work as truckers and they work really hard. And
Okay.
let's take, for example, a nation like Qatar,
Jay,
right? The nation of Qatar, for
Jay,
example.
Jay,
Um,
Jay,
just because you're a Qatari, you
Jay.
get a,
Hello, Jay.
go ahead.
So right now, you see where we are right now? You totally jumped ship, right?
I'm just saying is
I
that
need you to,
they don't have the privilege of getting the preference in their own country, right? In the places that they live. Most U.S. citizens, even minorities who are U.S. citizens, don't get an advantage over immigrants,
Jay,
especially undocumented.
Jay,
Jay,
go
Yeah,
ahead, Blue.
Jay, do you know why we don't have universal health care in this country?
the because I mean, you guys are going to say it's the corporations and stuff, but I mean,
Nope.
we are a
No,
capitalist country,
Nope.
right? We kind of
Nope.
have universal health care,
No,
but we have it
Jay,
at a
no, we
certain
nope.
don't.
age.
Jay, hold on.
Medicare,
Jay,
That's
you're
not
running off.
universal.
That's not
it is
universal.
for if you hit
It's
65,
it's not
59 or whatever.
if
It's
there's a limitation on it, it's not universal.
Yeah, I'm saying you can go
So
to a hospital and not have to pay for it, right? Like you have that
that's not how that
backstop.
works.
that's not how that works either. Did you
You
know
don't
there's
have to go
medical
pay
debt?
for emergency bill. You can't sue you. They can't take you to court. You
That
can't do
okay,
shit
so if
about it.
it's a life saving, like if somebody is on like you know hanging on by a thread, then that would be EMTALA, and that was put in place. Ari, you would know
Honestly,
which
if you
administration?
Reagan.
That's okay. So it was put in place. That's okay. That's what I was thinking. I typically put bad things when it comes to Reagan. But anyway, so EMTALA is in place, and that is for anyone. It's anyone that's within the jurisdiction thereof that can have or that has access to EMTALA. That if it's a life threatening situation. It's not they can just go for a cold.
okay, look, I've been to the ER and the urgent care many times, and I've never paid the charge the deductible they send me. I always bargained it down to like pennies on the dollar. Okay, they always give you a break with pennies on the dollar.
Jay,
You can
that's
always
not
like,
relevant.
okay, fine. It's the government
Okay,
basically underwrites hospital
Jay,
bills that
no, no,
aren't
no.
paid.
So that's
Feds
another
do
that's
that.
like another
They
thing
underwrite
with
that.
capitalism and bullshit, right? So this is why they tell you to get an itemized thing. So then they realize they got to take some shit off of there. All right. So, but this is what I'm trying to. The thing is, you say that you have degrees and you're very smart, and I'm not knocking that. However, I will say that you are being willfully obtuse when it comes to what's really going on. And that is not me. That's not me like it's not me even being insulting. It's me being very honest because you legitimately brought up like as soon as I sit there and I give you an example as to something that you voted against, you want to move on to something completely different. Okay? So I I don't know if it is internalized hatred and you just want to if you just want to just go ahead and try to be with the white men. If that's your vibe, that's your vibe. However, if those are things that you truly care about, like universal health care and stuff, I encourage you to please look into who is actually pushing for everyone to have health care and for there not to be or medical deserts and and food deserts, if you actually care about people having a equitable quality of life.
Hey, I
Okay,
lived in I lived close to Detroit back in like 2001 to like
Jay.
right before when I was in high school. We used to go down to Detroit, and yes, I've seen food deserts in Detroit, city of Detroit, Michigan.
Okay,
Right on Woodward, you could see the 6 mile, 5 mile, whatever area back
okay,
then.
Jay.
It didn't have only had access to gas station food. It was pretty shitty food, like
Okay,
junk food basically.
so
So I've
I'm
seen that, but it's also the city of Detroit is also responsible. The citizens of Detroit also responsible. You can't just burn down a city
Hey,
and not,
Jay.
that's also part of the problem, right?
Hey, Jay. I
Right.
I understand that you have seen things, but I need you to actually read into things as to what has happened in like the projects of particular cities. Do you know why they call it the projects?
They were subsidized housing by the government, which was like a project, so they called it the projects.
They
Like, what's
called
the
it a
project?
project because they would sit there and, do some experimental shit. They experiment with black people before they bring it to the masses. Do you know
I thought
that?
that was only in the military. I didn't know
No,
it was like,
not only in the military. A lot of gynecological research done on black women without anesthetics. And that is another reason why medical racism exists, because they have basically formed this narrative that black people have a higher tolerance of pain. And so if they're coming in for pain meds, they're really just seeking. But that's not the case. It's the fact that they would experiment on people, on black people, without medication.
and that is something that is still present in people's minds today. RFK testified in front of Congress during his confirmation last year, stating that Black people should be on a different vaccine schedule than white people because we have a different immune system. These are the things that are shaping our policies.
I'm glad
okay,
you're
he said that,
breathing.
but it's not policy. Okay, he just said that
Okay, that
in a
He
is
is
different
he's the
context.
HHS secretary. He is the Health and Human
He's a
Services
critical thinker. The
secretary.
guy's a critical thinker. He thinks
He
critically,
he's
so
the
he
I'm
and
kind
he
of
thinking
goes
thinks
is
that
outside
I
the
I'm
have a
box.
thinking is
and he thinks that I have a different immune system than Adi. He thinks that I have a
Uh,
different immune system
hmm,
than you.
okay. I mean, I'm not saying he makes sense all the time, but I
okay.
mean, he's also,
Jay,
we do
what
have a
it
lot of autism
Jay,
right now. We don't know
Jay,
why. So,
Jay, what is his title?
HHS secretary, Health and
Okay.
Human Services.
Okay, so that means he can sit there and hire and fire people that do actually have actual he can hire and fire fucking sidekicks instead of fucking mental health specialists. Like these are things he can do instead of having actual legitimate research into trying to make help us move forward. His rhetoric has actually increased the spread of smallpox. No, measles, sorry, measles. So we've had measles outbreaks because of his rhetoric. We've had people legitimately blame themselves, especially new mothers, blame themselves for their children's autism because of his rhetoric. You have men that have blamed their partners or the mothers of their children because Tylenol is one of the only things that women can take when they're pregnant because of his rhetoric. Because they think autism is some disease that is going to ruin the nation. It just means that your brain is wired differently and you see the world differently. and also that it's curable. And then these kids with autism should be put in fucking work camps.
Okay, but
Or
listen,
ADHD, they just need to be put in work camps and not be medicated or treated with occupational therapy. It's harmful. It is dangerous.
This affects people's lives, Jay.
Okay, let me do the research on the because I looked up the project stuff. It wasn't showing up the way it just said that they were replacement projects for like slum housing or slum dwelling back in the day, and there were high rises and blah blah blah, Chicago, New York City, and other places, larger but urban areas. But yeah, I mean, look, I'll research it. Maybe you're right.
Jay, you
I
also
don't put
you
it fast.
also you also blew past what I was when I was asking you why we don't have universal health care. You decided what my answer was going to be, but you didn't listen to what my actual answer was.
What's the reason?
The reason why we don't have universal health care, there are two actually. There are two major reasons. One is because when the legislation came across that for universal health care in the 60s, racist white people thought that would mean that hospitals would get integrated. They didn't want to have to also go to the same hospital as black people. So they voted against universal health care. The other thing is because in the 60s, it was much less likely that a black person would have a full-time, high-paying job. So it made a lot more sense for them to have insurance tied to high-paying jobs because that would keep it out of the hands of black people. Have you ever heard of drain pool politics?
Okay, first off, okay, fine. Okay, let me give that
Jay,
to
have
you,
you ever
right?
heard of Jay, have you ever heard of drain pool politics?
No, I haven't.
Drain pool politics is it uses the example of a neighborhood has a public pool. They're opening it up to another neighborhood that has some people that they don't like in it. So instead of just allowing that pool to be available to everybody, they drain the pool and fill it with cement. So now nobody gets to swim. That has happened
Basically, okay, I
over
get the
and
point. You're
over
saying
in this
basically it's a
country.
policy of segregation or nothing. Basically, that's what you're saying. Segregation or nothing.
What?
I'm
Either you
saying that
segregate
that's
or you don't use
no.
it.
I'm saying that that is what has happened to this country over the last couple of centuries, is that policy has been made in order to harm marginalized communities or in order to keep things out of the hands of marginalized communities, and it hurts everybody.
Okay, but can I just say one thing in your argument that's kind of fallacious is that the fact that you paint the whole community, white community, as you put it, right? It's
What
Europeans
white community did I
across the
paint?
board
Jay.
with a broad brush. You're saying the guy
What
who's the
white community did
CEO
I
of a
paint?
bank is the same as
What
the
did I
guy who's
say?
working
What did
in a
I say
coal
about a
mine.
white community? What did I say about a white community, Jay?
You said the white people didn't want to integrate with the black people or the people of color,
Yeah,
and hence they
did
kept.
they?
So you're painting with a broad brush.
In the 60s, the people in power, did they want to integrate,
No, it's a coal miner
or did we
working in a
have,
coal.
or was there an entire movement that happened? Force it.
Yeah, I mean, it's civil rights is what you're talking about, right? But anyway, listen.
Yeah.
I'm
Were
just
schools
saying,
not
don't be so
segregated?
broad. You could say the
Were school?
government. You could say the powers
I
that be. You
wasn't
could say
being
the
broad.
elites.
I said it was racist white people, Jay. They were the
Well, I don't
ones who
think
were in
it's.
power.
I
They
don't
were
think
the
it's the
ones who were
race.
able to
I don't
make
think it's
those
the white people who
decisions,
make
Jay.
decisions. I think it's the elites in America that make the decisions. There are small
In the
elites.
60s, in the
Yeah,
60s,
there's always been elites running the show
in the
here
1960s,
world.
who would have been the elites, Jay? In the
The 60s,
1960s.
it's a combination of banking families and
White
I don't know, like
people.
companies,
What race would they
families
have
that had
overwhelmingly
the
been, Jay?
Morgans. the Morgans, the what's
Jay,
the other one? The
Jay, Jay,
Carnegies, Rockefellers,
Jay,
Rothschilds,
Jay,
all those guys.
Jay.
Yeah.
What race would they have overwhelmingly been in the
Mm,
60s?
I mean, they were like, I don't know, Caucasian.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, so what?
Do you see why it's important to have context as to why
Okay, what's the most what's the highest income earning community in the United States? Do you know? Is it white people?
Jay,
What is the largest income community
Jay,
in the United States?
Jay, you wouldn't let me finish my question, and then you want to ask me a question.
All right, ask your question.
Do you see why it's important to have historical context before you just assume that, like, whatever you hear on social media is like going to just, hype people up or make people crash the fuck out? Like, why it's important to have historical context? Because everything that you have spewed about black people, there's historical context there. Like, the joke or the trope of black people can't swim? Have you ever heard that?
Okay.
Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
What Blue just told you about swimming pools, they never had the opportunity to learn because all of the pools that they would have had access to were filled with cement. Have you
Okay.
heard of Black Wall Street?
Yeah, in the 1920s, apparently there was a bunch of black hedge funds or whatever, like trading houses that were, they ran a couple of funds that did pretty decent, I believe, back in the day.
What happened to Black Wall Street?
Well, maybe the fact that, if you, they stopped going to
Uh, uh,
church, they
uh,
stopped
uh, uh,
wearing
nope. Go look it up.
single
Nope.
moms,
No,
the
no, 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 no,
projects.
no, 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 no.
What
Jay,
happened?
Black Wall Street, you just said that like they were doing very, very well and all this stuff, and then you said single moms in the projects. Like you went right back to the racist trope.
There's still a lot of rich black people. There's still a legacy, what do you call that?
Jay,
Jay,
Generational wealth among black
Jay,
people.
Jay,
The guy who owns
focus.
BET,
Jay,
the guy who
Jay.
owns what?
Jay,
Okay, I just want to throw
focus.
a fact for you guys. Okay, the
No, 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 no,
richest,
no, no, no. I need
highest
you,
earning
Jay,
community in United States,
Jay.
Indian
I need you
Americans,
to.
Taiwanese Americans, Pakistani Americans, Asian Americans before it's white Americans. All right, so just letting you guys know.
That ain't got shit to do with anything that we're talking about.
So how are these people able to out earn white people 2 to 1
That
if
has
they're just like
nothing
fucking
to
oppressed?
do. No, it has a lot to do with their culture and their discipline.
It also has to do with the model minority myth.
No, I'm saying that you're
It
looking
has
at
a
things
lot to
as a
do.
community as opposed to individuals.
It has a lot to do with the fact that they worldly views for one, which I'm very disappointed that you are an immigrant and you do not have any type of worldly view or concept of worldly views. And then you also are, I'm trying to, like, you keep, I feel like you want to avoid the point because you don't want to be wrong, but you have been wrong. And I need you to just like focus. Same thing. So I need you to look up Black Wall Street, what happened to Black Wall Street. I need you to look up why the fuck there are places like Lake Lanier where there's a whole ass which used to be Oscarville, Georgia, a black community where black people thrived, had their own land, and they burned it and then flooded it and turned it into a reservoir. Whenever black people have tried to thrive as communities, they've burned it down. They experiment on black bodies.
Are you talking about 1921 Tulsa massacre? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
And the experimentation on black bodies did not just stop. We just had Adriana Smith, right?
Yes.
It was Adriana Smith. They used her as a fucking incubator.
Yeah, but don't you think since Obama's election, we're like way past
No.
that now?
No.
Adriana
Adriana
Smith was
Smith
last
literally
year.
just happened like over the summer. Last year. Her
Oh, okay.
baby was literally developing, or her fetus was literally developing into a baby of a corpse.
She was brain dead.
Oh yeah, they had that lady on a ventilator or something, right?
Yes,
Is that
against
right?
her family's wishes. They took her family to court. And now her family's stuck with the fucking hospital bills.
Where's the baby?
And
Did they
still
have
in
the
the
baby or not?
hospital. He
But did
doesn't have a quality of life. He's only known the hospital. And it's been 6-7 months.
Okay, but these are extreme examples that you
No.
can find in any nation on earth. I mean,
There was a black woman in Florida that in the middle of her laboring, the doctors called the fucking courts and made her go through a court procedure with no representation because they wanted to do a C-section and she didn't want to have another C-section because of the health risks and complications of her having another C-section. And she already gave she went through the informed consent. She went through everything that she needed to do to be able to do a VBAC, which is having a natural delivery after a cesarean. And the doctors tried to make that decision for her.
okay, these are sad instances. Okay, so that's
These
fine. I'll look it
happen
up. But you're just
look
this
at
is
the
not like this is okay.
fetal
These are like
maternal
rare
mortality
instances.
rate. Look at the
It's just so Debbie Downer, man. Okay.
No, look at the black maternal mortality rate, and you will see it's not just sad random instances. This happens so often. It is very unsafe for black women to be pregnant right now. It is very unsafe for any woman to be pregnant right now. Mm-hmm. But black women especially. Health complications within the black community go ignored because they're like, oh, you're black, you're prone to have high blood pressure. And they don't want to try to get to the root of the problem. Or they've already been told that that person is substance seeking because of medical racism. There are black men being strange fruited throughout the country, and they're covering it up. This stuff still happens. So please look into those things. But if you're going to come into my space again, I'm not going to sit there and tolerate the racism because now you know. Now we've walked you through quite a few.
You guys, okay. I apologize.
Thank you for your apology.
I apologize. I'm just saying honestly.
Okay.
I do apologize.
I appreciate the apology. I'm just saying if it happens again in my space, you're gone. Okay. But if you actually have genuine questions and you want to have a genuine conversation, you can call back. If I have my panel open to ops, you can request op.
Okay. Will do. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Appreciate it.
Good night.
Okay, so y'all really do hate black women because half of y'all fucking dipped. Thanks for tapping though. Um so yeah, I will have the patience to talk to non-voters. I will have the patience to talk to people that just want to troll. Yeah. Got up to 50, Ari left, and then people left right behind her, but it's fine. Conversations were necessary. We can get back onto voter.
I was tracking when she said that she had to hold a test live. She was at you were at 33, and yeah, dropped down to 25 as soon as she left.
But I ain't gonna have racists fucking crash me out. The fuck?
You were shut that shit down today. His fucking breathing exercises with Ari.
I love Ari for that. Oh my god, I'm clipping that.
Shit was wild.
That was great. I was like, "Hi, come on! If only I could find my keys."
I was hoping you did have them. Jingle, jingle, jingle.
I only have one key on my keychain anyway. I'm not a typical woman that has like 75 fucking keys and sounds like the fucking vice principal coming down the hallway. But like, hey, yo. Like, I appreciate having conversations and I'm really good at talking people down. I used to work in mental health, but fuck.
He said,
free?
How does it make me a ladder puller to demonize the worst among us? Oh yeah, my dad came here on what?
Like it to say that RFK Jr. is a critical thinker, then I don't think you know what critical thinking means.
Right.
The only thing he's critically thinking about is where to keep all the fucking dead animals he harvests. Because he's running out of room.
I wonder if he still has that whale head.
Yo.
That fucking story is disgusting.
Really
just leaking through the windows.
Getting on his kids. Because he put them
I can't imagine the smell either. We found a whale carcass when we were in Costa Rica. We like fished, and we were probably 500 feet away from that thing, and it was the worst smell. Like tied to the top of your car.
Oh, you got a compliment.
It's crazy.
Your laugh is very funny.
Who, me?
Yeah.
It started when I used to smoke. When I used to garden, and it never went away.
Ari, I'm not blaming you.
Oh, no, I know. I'm saying I'm annoyed because I downloaded this other voice mixer.
Yeah, you can call the number, Trey.
And then it won't open.
You can call the number, Trey. We'll talk to the panel.
Yeah, I'm annoyed.
But while you're here, go ahead and drop that Galaxy, because I haven't gotten a Galaxy from you in a while. That's for ghosting me.
Ooh.
I haven't talked to Trey in like over a year. But yeah, you can call the number or you can text a question to the number, but I'm here for conversations.
Links in bio for me as passport fees.
Oh yeah, for my passport fees, that'd be great. But you have not been Mia. You've been not talking to Mia. Hi, Ty. I might just torture all of you and bring his ass up here. Ari, you know Black Hole is available.
No, I don't have a no, I know what I need to use. Sorry. I'm not using the other voice mixer anymore.
Oh, okay.
Or I'm trying not to. I want to kind of upgrade, but it's not trying it one more time. And it just crashed again.
Bubba Raid Nerds. Wait. Which Bubba?
Erica.
Like Erica
Shantae.
Bubbas?
Yeah, she
All right, let's
asked
focus.
me.
Lock in.
Lock the fuck in.
Channel your inner J.
Oh, it's Maddie's brother.
Oh, Maddie's Bubbas. But still, lock in.
Hey,
Oh.
Chicky.
Welcome in, Bubba's Raiders.
I thought it would have been Erica because she came in earlier and asked how
I
long.
thought so too.
But we
fine.
love a Maddie.
That's why I was like, which Bubbas? No, you're okay. You're okay. What the fuck happened to Trey?
I even restarted my computer.
He said, I've been MIA, so I'm going to go MIA again. All right, bye, Trey. Oh, he's right there. Just kidding. I'm talking shit. But yeah, Trey, you can call him.
Oh, it was Bubba's Live today.
It's always Bubba's Live.
To go.
Yes, that is Mermaid Ari. That's my boss.
No, I'm not a real person.
She doesn't have legs. I met her in person. Beezy, I don't know who you are. You can go ahead and call the number, though. I'm only letting up mutuals. Hell yeah, Bubbas.
Hey.
My 13-year-old does the same thing. He'll come home and be like, Donald Trump sucks and lesbians are cool. I was like, fuck yeah, boy.
Do they teach him that at school? Is that indoctrination?
No, I mean, he goes to school in a red county, so.
That's why I love that our daughter's teacher is the kind that I could send non-binary to. It's a safe space.
I love the non-binary.
Out of context, that sounds so funny.
I said non-binary.
Yeah,
Non-binary to the teacher.
You're on the void. How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 25.
Can you take me off of Bluetooth?
Is that better?
Yes.
All right.
What did you want to, or did you vote in 2024 or any of the recent elections?
Yeah, I voted in for Trump in the last 3 elections.
Okay.
Yeah.
The last 3?
Yeah. Yeah. I voted for Trump 2016.
Okay.
2016, 2020, and then 2024.
Okay.
Okay, I'm lying, nigger.
But you don't know math. Like, that wasn't a flex because you don't know math. Like, that made you look bad.
Yeah, that made you a person who's committed voting fraud. Telling me you've been voting for 12 years and you're 25? Someone call the cops.
I'm gonna call the cops is crazy.
We found the fraud.
Right.
That the Republicans have been looking for.
Plot twist.
And it's always the Republicans committing it.
Yep.
Thanks for
that lady that voted for her
ruining
dog, Republican.
Plot twist, you know? Yep. Every single time. So was a mayor that was a dog.
I think there's a couple. There might be a couple still.
Yeah, she registered her dog to vote. I think it was San Diego, and now she's in state prison.
Love that for her. I love that so much for her. So it shows that the system works.
There's a cat who's the mayor of Somerville Community Path in Massachusetts.
What could be getting done?
They just got elected last year.
That office is shit everywhere.
Ooh, nom.
He threw everything off the desk already.
Parker the Snow Dog was the mayor of Georgetown, Colorado from 2020 to 2025.
Also, think about
Parker?
running against Echo.
I didn't mean to come up.
Okay, yep.
Oh, no. Oh.
And I'm looping.
Oh, Parker the Snow Dog passed away last year.
Oh no.
I don't see Eclipse in
Yeah, I
here.
remember that was on the news.
But like, yeah, there was a golden retriever one. It was in one of those.
What kind of shitty candidate do you have to be to lose to a dog?
But could you imagine? Or they just went uncontested.
Yeah.
But that also shows
Nobody.
how like anything can get into office if they're running uncontested. So check out your local elections and see if anybody's running uncontested. Because by the way, this is how things got so bad when it comes to bigotry within the schools, and really bad rhetoric has been spread against marginalized communities is because was it Moms for Liberty infiltrated the school boards.
Yeah, we had 3 the last election cycle. None of them even lived in the community that they're trying to fucking get on the school board for.
So it's very, very, very important that like you go and vote. And if you see that somebody's running uncontested, just fucking sign up. Just do it. Like if you have good intentions, like genuinely good intentions, just do it or find somebody that will. Especially if you don't want indoctrination going on with your children.
You want to start Moms for Liberty?
Hi, Davo. Like, no warning. Good thing you're trusted. That's why I don't. Yes, Max.
Okay, I finally got something to work. And now I gotta get my TikTok open on my backup.
I did just want to come up here because I'm very tired, but I want to just be really quick. Everybody's talking about making America great again. What we really need to do, we need to make America Max again. Vote Max this next election cycle.
Hell yeah,
Okay,
brother.
I'm gonna try
I
this.
am playing. Y'all have a good one.
If you can come over only if you want.
I'll be right over there, baby.
No,
You
it's
know I
only if
love you.
I don't want to interrupt.
What are you interrupting? I'm only getting called the N-word and I've been told I'm chimping out.
Oh, Jay doesn't count. He was lacking in brain cells.
Look, he ended up following me.
That doesn't surprise me.
That sounded, or that's more like I think I just got humbled.
If it makes you feel better, I ran a whole live yesterday with only one hiccup on audio and tech stuff, and they're running live right now with a bunch of hiccups.
Who's co-hosting?
Matt.
And Polly?
Yeah. They're not doing it the way I did it yesterday. So I can feel slightly superior.
I like that you and I co-hosted before they did, and they planned their shit like last month.
I know, right? Okay.
It's okay, Jeff. We're all good. Hey, y'all. If anybody else wants to call in, you're more than welcome. I'll stay up for a little bit unless I do get a call. But just remember, you can support me with the links or the link in the description and bio over on the talk.
Okay. Well, the backup is now running, so.
All right. I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
But yeah, it's okay, Jeff. I'm used to it. We are very used to it. You vote though, Todd. What do you want to know? You don't want me to have your number, but you don't care that I have your address. Okay. I just wanted you to logic there with me. Mm-hmm.
You couldn't do anything but laugh.
I literally wrote that and walked away, and then I heard you say that, and I just started dying laughing. I was like, no, wait, she's got a point. Like, she's got a point.
Oh, you didn't even think about it?
I didn't even think about it when I wrote it. I was like, because I just wrote it just to mess with you, and then you said that, and I was like, no, she's right. She's right. She's right.
I don't think the phone number is what you got to worry about.
Like, she has my whole ass address, so I think the phone number is linked to my worries at this point. What is with TikTok, man? It's been crazy here lately.
Yeah, all racist.
Well, you know, it's on the rage in America.
Y'all hear my fucking... I swear I'm doing this for a reason, tubes. How many of those motherfuckers you said my arm hurts? Ah! You guys keep doing it. I love it.
Right on.
Money. I reckon. What have I made it to? Am I at like D1?
Don't even worry about the calories.
Yeah, that's because you don't host live.
C5.
I'm at C5?
Could you imagine me hosting a live? It'd be nothing but me yelling at people. My live would get banned in like 2.3 seconds.
Yeah, you're in C5.
Thank you, Jeff. I stayed in the C League. All right,
Like,
keep me in the fucking C League, y'all.
And I wholeheartedly mean that. My live would get banned so damn quick.
I don't think you would make it more than 10 minutes, I'm going to be honest.
Oh, I wouldn't even. 10 minutes is being generous.
Thank you, Justin.
I've gotten taken down off of lives before I could even get the whole fucking sentence out of my mouth before. Right, Monty? TikTok be like, no.
He said in Brazil, people actually get arrested by being racist. Some time ago, one Argentinian girl got arrested by playing a monkey in a football game. So,
Yo, Colorado, that's wild saying your TikTok got banned because of me. That's wild.
I mean, at least he's not blaming the black woman this time.
I mean, it's fine to blame me. I'm just saying you ain't got to put it out there like that.
So I have an idea
Uh-oh.
to commit some activism, but I'm obviously not going to put it out on the interwebs. So if you're not already in Ari or Mani's Discord, go to Mani's link in bio. Because I think this but other than that, that's me. That's so Mani.
Look, to be fair, I go on Monty's lives and talk shit to her too, and it doesn't last very long. It lasts just long enough for her to read the comment, and then I'm just like, okay.
It's the cuck that I can see. That's so Mani. They're so submissive to me.
Well, like, to be fair, Monty actually does scare me. Like, Monty, like,
She's
just
fucking
gives off the
terrifying.
vibe of, like, I would be, like, totally destructive if you actually pissed me the fuck off.
Mani is totally the, like, sorry, mommy, sorry. Lord, old man.
Huh? What are you old man me for?
Your
The
background.
fact that you can't hear and it's ringing my fucking ears.
The fact that TV's on, like, 4.
You say this
and
every
you
time.
can hear that.
Right.
And I'm not lying. And the fact that you can hear that. And I'm not anywhere near my TV.
Have
I'm
you
standing
ever-
outside smoking a cigarette.
Have you... Is your door open? Oh, so
I
you
am
live in a
literally
bar.
standing outside
So your
smoking
door's
a
open?
cigarette. Well, yeah, my door's open.
What's the point of standing outside to smoke a cigarette then?
Because usually I don't stand by the door. I'm usually further out. I walked back over here
That
and
makes
decide
no fucking sense. It's still
his
gonna
little
go
ass
to the
likes
fucking...
his little ass likes to come out here and walk around.
Y'all
I
see
just
where
work here.
he outside
The
barefoot
fact-
too.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
I'm outside barefoot, really?
I just assume.
Well, that's what happens when you assume. You make an ass out of you and me, don't
I
you?
assume you got the caucasity.
That's what you get for assuming. You make an ass out of you and me. Get back in the damn house.
I have a shame kink and you wanted to shame me, so let's do it.
I'm sorry, what?
I have a shame kink and you wanted to shame me, so let's do it.
I ain't got no shame kink. What the fuck you talking about?
Oh, is that right?
The fuck you gonna shame me on? Ain't no shame in my goddamn game. I don't give a fuck. I'm too old to be caring
That's
about that shit
fair.
anymore.
Jeff said, dude, we can all hear your TV.
Let me get up.
Okay, that's sort of the first cousin of a yes.
Sun kiss. All right, I think this is about to turn into a friendly live because nobody wants to call. But I will see you tubes tomorrow. I'll see how early my kids go to sleep. I know, it's the same camera, but I still look over here because I'm looking at the comments. Bye. Thanks for joining. Share me with your favorite people.